Well, 8 in a row happens tonight. We lose our 8th consecutive game, and this time to the Winnipeg Jets. 6-3. Yes, 6-3. Cam Ward played a solid game all around, but he may have let in 5 goals. I can't blame any of them. Those were literally grade A chances the Winnipeg Jets had. The Hawks did not come out to play in the first period. That's why they went down 3-0. As you will see in my preview. Yes, I'm going back to this preview where it's 10-minute mark intermission thing. But honestly, Hawks have no momentum. They have no start, no heart, and now no chemistry. In my opinion, Jeremy Colleton's the worst head coach in Blackhawks history. A coach is supposed to help build motivation and help give confidence. Colleton, I haven't seen any of that with him. He is literally sitting around and trying to use his whiteboard and call out plays, but it's not working. Stan Bowman's another cause to this team being horrible. The worst team in the NHL. So, here's past Nick for the rest of the review. My bad. Well, it's 10 minutes after the first period started, and the Hawks don't get to start yet again. They started off fine, but they could not get any shots off on net. We're right now down 10 shots to 0, and we're losing 2-0. Nothing new about that, because first 10 minutes, we can't flip and play hockey. Hopefully, the rest of the first period gets better. But, honestly, it's been a rough game. Let's get to who scored the goals, why not? At 7:49 in the first period, Mark Scheifele scores his 17th goal of the season, assisted by Dustin Byfuglien and Blake Wheeler on the power play. Yes, an early power play goal, giving the Jets the lead. Hawks don't look like they have any momentum at all. And literally about a minute after, that's not new at all because they do it a lot this year. They go down 2 goals right after they allow 1 in. Tyler Myers scores his 3rd goal of the season, and the assist went to Restlich. And that goal came at 9:01 in the first period. 10 shots to nothing. 10 shots to nothing. No start to this game and no heart. And this is Duncan Keith and Brent Seabrook's 1,000th game together. First time in NHL history 2 defensemen have played on the same team for 1,000 games. And the defense is basically screwing the Chicago Blackhawks. Let's see how the rest of this first period goes, but how the Hawks are playing, I don't know. See you at intermission. Well, it's the first intermission of the game, and the Hawks are down 3-0. You already know who scored the first 2 goals, so I'm not going to say it again. But Kyle Connor scores his 12th goal of the season, assisted by Patrick Laine. And what the heck was Brent Seabrook turned around for when he back-checked with Connor taking the puck up? And Connor Murphy, he literally was just up front of Cam Ward doing nothing. He literally was a freaking pile-on. What kind of bullcrap is that? This team does not have any heart to playing hockey, it seems like. I don't know what can give a team momentum when momentum is one of the hardest things to gain when you're down in a horrible run. And the Hawks are in a horrible run. The Hawks are now down 3-0 to the Winnipeg Jets to start the game. And to also go with, you know how I said in the first 10 minutes, where the Hawks had no shots on net? Well, they didn't get a shot on net until 17:05 remaining in 17:05 in the first period. Their first shot came with 3 minutes remaining in the first period. That is unacceptable. Hawks managed to get 5 shots on net, but their first shot came 3 minutes into remaining in the first period. Now that's just complete and utter unacceptable hockey. That's not even hockey in my opinion. And the Winnipeg Jets had 15 shots on net because they were just teeing them off like it was nothing. Face-off are in the Jets' favor, 67% to the Hawks' 33%. Block shots, the Hawks have 4, the Jets have 3. Takeaways, the Jets have 2, the Hawks have 1. Giveaways, the Hawks have 7 to the Jets 4. Hits, Jets have 5 and the Hawks have 3. Jeremy Colleton needs to figure stuff out. He clearly is not an NHL level coach. That's how bad, in my opinion, he's on the brink to becoming the worst head coach in Chicago Blackhawk history. Yes, in the 90-plus year history of this franchise, Jeremy Colleton's going to become the worst head coach if he doesn't figure stuff out. That's how bad he is, and that's how bad the team is. So, we'll see what happens by the 10-minute marker and the second period, but honestly, right now, how this game's going, I don't know what to say. The Hawks just look like they don't have any confidence. So, see you in 10 minutes after the second period started. Well, it's after 10 minutes in the second period, and the Hawks made a 2-goal game, but they allowed a goal in the first minute and a half into the game, into the period, my bad. And so the Hawks are down 4-2 after 10. This is how the first goal of the period went in for the Winnipeg Jets to make it their a 4-goal lead. Kyle Connor scores his second goal of the game, 13th of the season, assisted by Scheifele and Byfuglien on the power play. Yes, the Hawks allow another power play to the Jets to give the Jets a 4-goal lead. After that, the Jets started looking lackluster. They didn't look like they acted like the game's over. Hawks are going to be murdered in the game. But Hawks had some resiliency in the after that goal went in. So about 20 seconds after Connor scores his second goal, Dylan Strome scores on his 7th goal of the season, 4th as a Chicago Blackhawk, assisted by Patrick Kane and Duncan Keith at 2:04 in the second period. So Hawks are down 3 goals to basically 10 minutes at 7 minutes in the second period. The Hawks score again to make it a 2-goal game. Dominic Cahoon on the doorstep scores his 4th goal of the season, assisted by Henry Yokiharu, his 11th of the year, and David Camp, his 7th of the season. So the Hawks are now down 2-4 to the Winnipeg Jets, who the Jets are known to not finishing games. Maybe that continues. We'll see by intermission. Let's hope something happens. So, see you at intermission. Well, it's intermission time in it's second intermission time for the Chicago Blackhawks Winnipeg Jets game. Hawks are still down 4-2, but Cam Ward made some big saves at the end of the period, but the Hawks managed to outshoot the Jets 17-10 in the second period. Shots on net now is 22-25 in the Jets' favor because the Hawks were nowhere to be found in the first period. But in the second period, the Hawks started turning it on. Patrick Kane almost scored a goal, but hit the post. That's not new at all because we did that quite a bit against the Knights the other night. But Hawks have had 2 power plays and haven't done anything on them. The Jets have had 3 power plays and scored 2 goals on them. Pretty bad. Hawks are looking to maybe come into the third period, hopefully with a big comeback to make it at least a tied game and maybe force overtime. Hopefully that happens, but we'll see. This period was a good period for the Hawks. They look like they started finding skating legs. Hopefully it does continue, I'm saying. But in my opinion, Jeremy Colleton needs to put the Hawks on a bag skate. I said this on Discord where Colleton looks like he does. If he wants to be a coach, he needs to make the team do a bag skate. That's if teams that are underperforming and not performing at all. If you're a coach, you put them into a bag skate. But we'll see if the Hawks can come back. Maybe give Ward a much deserved win. He's played solid in net. All 4 of the goals are hard to really say were his fault because the Jets have been having high quality shots on all night. High quality where they can have a chance for a second chance leading to goals. Hawks, on the other hand, their 2 goals were pretty good to save for at least where they actually look like they can build momentum. But let's say what happened at the last second of the game. That pretty big hit by Lowry on Patrick Kane, and then Jonathan Toews and Dylan Strome came at him to say you aren't going to hit our star players like this. I love that. That's something the Hawks need to keep doing. Any type of way that can help build chemistry and build confidence in a team. Hopefully from that, the Hawks can come into the third period, maybe score 2 goals, tie it up, or 3, maybe win the game in regulation. I don't know how I can say that. We haven't been that good. But we'll see. See you at probably the end of the game, because most likely it's going to be hard to see if we make overtime. Because this team doesn't play well finishing in the third period, I've noticed in the past few weeks. But the Jets do suck in the third period, so we'll see what happens. So let's hope something good comes from this. Well, the Hawks managed to make it a 1-goal game in the 10-minute mark, and though they made it a 2-goal game afterwards. After scoring the goal to make it a 1-goal game, about, I'll say 4 minutes after the goal, the Jets made it a 5-3 game. So game over, basically. Alex DeBrincat scores his 12th goal of the season, assisted by Patrick Kane. Cat passed the puck to Kane, and it hit his feet. Kane then fed it back over to DeBrincat, and DeBrincat, on a bad angle shot, managed to score it, and it was made it a 1-goal game. But at 11:36, yes, this is on the 10-minute part, because that's when the commercial started. Perot of the Jets scores his 4th goal of the season, assisted by Ehlers and Myers on the power play to make it 5-3. Hawks down at 2 goals now. Basically, done game. If you allow 3 power play goals, you have no chance in winning, in my opinion. So, Hawks right now are down 2 goals, and it's a joke. We'll see what happens if the Hawks can make a comeback. I don't think it's going to happen now, because they blew it after having a 1-goal game. But Ruda is an idiot, got sent to the box, and made it where the Jets took advantage and made it a 2-goal game. We'll see you guys at the end of the period, at the end of the game, because I don't think this thing's going to be going to overtime. Well, Hawks lose 6-3 to the Winnipeg Jets. Yeah. They scored another one. It was an empty netter with 4 seconds remaining in regulation. And the goal was by Brandon Tanev, his 6th of the season. And I'm saying it, screw you, frickin' Bufflin. I'm no longer going to support Bufflin. That was Dustin Bufflin had another assist, but honestly, he had a dirty hit. Should have been a penalty. Was not called. He hit Alex DeBrincat right in the numbers. Should have been boarding and was not called. I'm hoping Alex DeBrincat's okay. Alex looked hurt. He looked injured. I'm afraid he could have gotten seriously injured where we could be missing the cat for some time. That's how bad of a hit it was. I think the Hawks will remember this our next game against the Jets in basically 3 nights. We play the Penguins tomorrow, have like a day off, and then play the Jets. I think the Hawks will remember it and literally go out and fight Dustin Bufflin. Put John Hayden out when Bufflin's out and we will see probably some fisticuffs. Or even Brandon Manning. Manning dropped some, so I wouldn't be surprised it will be Manning because he's more Bufflin sized. But honestly, 6-3 makes it 8 in a row. Yes, 8 in a row. The Blackhawks have won one game in their last 14. I don't know how Jeremy Colleton is a head coach in the NHL. He clearly does not know how to coach or give a team momentum. I don't know what to say, but honestly, the Hawks had a good game after the second period, but blew it after giving up the Perot goal on the power play for the Jets' third power play goal of the game. Frustrating. Yes, it's been frustrating. I agree. I totally admit that. I don't know what can change in chemistry with this team, but Stan Bowman needs to do his flippin' job. He hasn't been doing anything to help. He caused this mess. He fired Joel Quenneville, and ever since the Hawks went downhill fast. This is why the Chicago Blackhawks are 31st in the NHL. 31st out of 31 teams, to be exact. Stan Bowman is the leading cause of this. If we did not trade Nick Schmaltz, I don't think we will be on this 8-game losing streak. Because we traded Nick Schmaltz as soon as we won a game and then we went on this losing streak. Schmaltz in the Arizona Coyotes have been on fire. That is another reason Stan Bowman blew up this team. I feel like he screwed chemistry up, and trading away Nick Schmaltz is one of the leading causes to this losing streak. 8 in a row. So, leave a comment down below what's your takes from this game, because we did see light from a team where they were starting to show confidence after a good second period, and Cam Ward played a hell of a game. I have to say that. He may have let in 5 goals, but he played unbelievable tonight, but the defense let him down again. The defense has let down Corey Crawford and Cam Ward too many times this season, and nothing has changed. So, please leave a like and subscribe if you haven't done so already, and most of all, let's go Hawks.